Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh, Barak Salaki, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai. All praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to Akim teaching all truth and sincerity. Um, so this sit down is gonna be titled The Passover is a Serious Time. Um so uh um so the main focal point is the Passover, which is a serious time. So I'm gonna start in Exodus chapter 12 verse 1. This is Exodus chapter 12 verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year. Um, and um, so the Passover is in the springtime, and it's basically the first month, the first day of the month of that year. It's a serious time. Um, cause at that time, Moses and Aaron were uh, told the children of Israel to put blood on the doorpost, on the top of the doorpost and the side of the lintels, to be exempt from receiving that judgment that came upon the land of Egypt, because Yahweh killed all the firstborn in the land of Egypt. And it was a serious time because uh our our people were in the land, and they heard, I believe, I understand, they probably heard cries from mothers and fathers of the first all the firstborn in the land of Egypt. They probably heard Pharaoh's house mourning, all his servants' houses mourning over all the firstborn of the land of Egypt. Yahweh killed all the firstborn of the land of Egypt. And I'm gonna skip to Exodus chapter 12 verse 11. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is Yahweh's Passover. So um, we ate this Passover in haste, um, and we had everything, our loins on us. We had our clothes on, our shoes on, our feet, and our staffs in our hands. Because we were ready to leave if we needed to leave, because that judgment had been executed on these Egyptians, and we were basically uh protected from being judged, because we had put the blood on the lintels and the side posts of our door, and that basically kept us from being, kept our people from experiencing that death angel coming and destroying. It prevented the destroyer from coming into our house. Um, I'm gonna read verse 12, Exodus 12 and 12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn of the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt will I execute judgment. I am Yahweh. And the blood shall be to you for a token unto the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a fast to Slaki, and ye shall keep it a feast to Yahweh throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. So that Passover is a serious feast that we're supposed to keep forever throughout our generations. And the plague didn't enter into the Israelites that had the blood on the lintel and the side posts. The plague didn't enter into their house to destroy our people, but it entered into the plague entered into the Egyptians' houses and killed all the firstborn in the land of Egypt. And and to sum the story up, after that, Pharaoh told Moses and Aaron and the children of Israel to get out of the land of Egypt. And after that, because that was the last plague, and that's when the Pharaoh let us go after that plague, because he kept not, because the Most High Yahweh hardened Pharaoh's heart, but Pharaoh wouldn't let us go until after that last plague, because um, basically that was the last straw for Pharaoh. But anyway, it's serious because at that night, um, during during the Passover, the we heard that we heard the cries in Egypt. We heard the mourning, the sorrowful mourning in Egypt. And that was serious because that was the time where we were, you know, hearing the cries. And that is serious in itself. Hearing those cries in a land, um, and you're right there just in your house eating the Passover. You hear Pharaoh crying, his house crying, people crying around you. It's serious in itself. Um, but yeah, and the Most High killed, Yahweh killed, um, not just the firstborn of man. He in Egypt, he killed the cattle, and he killed beasts. He killed both man and beast. So my next scripture is Matthew 26 and 18. This is Matthew 26 and 18, and this is Yahushua. And he said, "Go into the city to such a man and say unto him, the master saith, My time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples." And the disciples did as Yahushua has appointed them, and they made ready the Passover. And now, when the eve was come, he sat down with the 12, and as they did eat, he said, "Verily I say unto you, one of you shall betray me." So it's serious at this time too, because at this time Yahushua was eating the Passover with the 12 disciples. This is his before he got crucified, in this was his it basically was his not his last moment with the disciples, but it was a moment where he was, he sat down with them and told them that one of them is going to betray him. And that's when he tells them that one of you is going to betray me, you know. And it's serious because all of them asked him, like, "Is it me, Lord? Is it me, Lord?" Uh, And I read 22. And they were exceeding sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, out of one, is it I?
What up, son?
Dad, seriously.
Dad, serious. What you mean, serious?
I'm gonna replay that. Salakia. Oh, man, seriously. Um, uh, Matthew 26:21. They did eat, and he said, verily I say unto you that one of you shall betray me. So at this Passover, Yahushua was about to this is the time where he was um about to get crucified soon, and it was Passover. In the final moment where he sits with his disciples before he gets crucified, he tells them that one of you will betray me, is going to betray me. And they were exceedingly sorrowful, again, every one of them saying unto me, out of one, is it I? And Lord, is it I? And he answered and said, and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. And as a brother in the camp say, um, uh, one of the brothers in the camp in my camp, GMS Chicago, has said that I bet all of them pulled back and did not dip in that thing except one, which was Judas. Judas dipped in the bowl, the dish, but all the rest did not dip. Like that's serious in itself. Like all the rest probably didn't even dip at all. Like they were like, hold up, like. But Judas dipped, and and Yahushai, the Son of Man, goeth as it is written of him. But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It has been good for that man if he had not been born. Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, Thou hast said. Um, so, uh, So basically, Yahushua just told Judas, "Yeah, it's you, nigga. it's you that's going to betray me. It's you." So uh, my point here is like it's serious in itself because at that time the 12 disciples and Yahushua, um, Yahushua had basically told him one of you is gonna betray me, and he made it known to Judas that at that time that he was the one that was going to betray him. Uh, but it's serious in itself because at this time it's not a happy holiday during the Passover. It's all about being. It's a serious moment because people basically fall out during it during the up and coming time to the Passover, and we're in the time of you know this place so-called America. We're in the time of you know it's basically going to get destroyed. um we're in the time of the destruction of Babylon, and the destruction of this place. So as the days keep going on, because this is the year, Apostle Tahar has deemed this year the year of prophecy. So the times go on, this place, well, in the time we're in right now, this place is basically ready for Yahushua's return. So we're in the time of Yahushua's return. So the times we're in is serious, especially during the Passover time. So I'm gonna say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, teaching all truth and sincerity. I'm gonna say Shalom.